Black to talk about the status of the regulation exercise that began some days back and how far this regulation exercise has landed us and what I we expecting because just this morning we were seeing on the page we were watching around the ELWA junction. People were in hurry getting on taxis, moving up to town. So where are we? So Cecilia Clark, we hope that she will pick our call and so that we can speak with her. But again, Angel, let me welcome you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Melvin. And I think it's very much important that we get to talk about the regulation from the Liberian National Police. I have a personal experience
Mhm.
from yesterday, which I think I could share on the
Yeah,
platform
of
if
course.
that's fine. So, sometimes you can use car, sometimes you can use car, right?
Mm.
So I had an accident and I stopped using my car for a while now. I just like packed it. Basically, on Mondays I go to teach because I teach at the Peter Kogo School of Journalism. So since this entire regulation started, I didn't have the experience. I've never gone to town. Interestingly for me yesterday, Melvin, when I went to town, ELBC car carried me
Hmm.
to come back. It was a very, very big problem.
What
I have
happened? What happened? What
never,
happened
I
along the
have
way?
never experienced what I experienced yesterday. Unfortunately, I was wearing heels. Man, you can't find a car. You see people are lined up about 50 waiting to this intersection, waiting to the next intersection. I'm like, where am I even going to start from? It's a good thing that governments put in place these regulations. And it also helps development because when I traveled to Ghana in 2022, I heard quote unquote that when development was going to Ghana under
Jerry Rolling.
Gerald rulings, it wasn't easy. There were beautiful houses that were broken,
Mhm.
so it's all a
It
process.
comes with a lot of
Yeah,
pain,
it comes with a lot of pain, and I think that was also part of what I experienced yesterday because this is all for our own safety and for the country to go forward. Because even our neighboring country, Sierra Leone, there are cyclists on the road, but you will always see them with their helmet. So this is a public appeal to the motorcyclists. The Liberian National Police, Ambassador Joseph Boyka, President, they are not saying you shouldn't ply the streets of Monrovia. You can still continue with your normal businesses, but there are regulations. Make the sacrifice. Buy the helmet. Insure your motorbike for your own safety. Do your proper registration. Dress appropriately. And you can do whatsoever you want to do with your transportation. But it seems as if, Liberians have this mentality, for the first few days,
Mm.
the people will be hard
It will
on
be
us.
hard.
Yeah,
After a few
certain
days,
time, yeah.
they will play less
So,
role.
so most of the guys at this juncture, they have gone into the communities and say, I'm not going to insure my motorbike. I'm not going to insure. I'm not going to register. I'm going to ride in the communities. After 1 month, this is Liberia. Nothing cannot remain as it
They
is.
say that one way noise,
That one we noise, and they are going to go back into the
which is very
streets,
bad for us
which
as
is
a,
very
as a
bad for
country.
us. So we are encouraging them. Their suffering shouldn't be on us. At least we used to get on motorbike to go to our places and come back. Get the helmet. If you get helmet, I will not suffer like the way I suffered yesterday. You see, but nobody wants to buy helmet, Melvin. I barely saw anybody
And
with
the good thing
helmet.
about it, Angel, once you go to buy your motorbike
Okay.
from the store,
It comes with helmet.
it comes with helmet. So what you do
Interestingly.
is to just tell your service provider
Really?
that you need another helmet to add to the one you
So
have.
it does come with helmet.
Yeah, it comes with just one helmet.
So what do they do with the
So
helmets?
they but let's see how
This is
some of the
Liberia.
guys will ride the
Interesting.
motorbike. If I they take off the female. Can you
Yes, yes, yes.
imagine?
You're right. You're right.
Can you imagine?
You're
This
so
is
right.
we can live in this kind of primitive
Mm-hmm,
way.
mm-hmm.
We should. Nigeria started this whole thing about motorcycle, and we were watching them on television. We saw how Nigerians were plying the streets in Lagos, in Abuja, and other places, and they were taking all of the precautioners. I mean, the precautionary measures,
Okay.
wearing their helmets, their safety boots, and their life. I
I
mean,
mean, it's
their
for
jackets,
your own good.
safety.
It's for your own good. Have you been to JFK, the accident division? Have you been to
I haven't been.
JFK, the accident division? One day you need to take a tour to JFK, the accident division. Then when they talk about this motorcyclists wearing the helmet, you will have a different interpretation of it.
Mhm.
Because these people are the ones dying mercilessly.
Seriously.
If you see some cases of accidents in the JFK accident ward, you never want to get a motorbike. So it is for their own safety. It is for my own safety as well. So we just want to encourage the motorcyclists. This is not something strange to Africa. It's not a foreign implementation.
No,
This is something regional.
it's a normal thing.
Sierra Leone,
We
it's like that.
Africans.
Nigeria, Africa's right?
Yeah.
It's like that. Ghana, in fact, you don't even see motorbike on the streets of Ghana. You don't. Even taxi like that. I was telling somebody, when you go to Ghana, you don't have people choking up in taxi together and stuff like that. You order your Uber, your one seater in your taxi. So far, the only thing you might see will be buses flying the streets. But I think these other African countries have been able to put in place systems. What more about Liberia? We can do this. We can do this.
People will keep complaining why the government came with this mandate so late. Why you call late? The government has not even gone 3 months.
3 months.
So if we start like this, if the government can start like this, meaning the government means well for the people.
Of course.
So why can't we?
And I always say this, basically, Ambassador Joseph Nima Boyka will be, I'm used to calling him Ambassador Boyka, so President Boyka, right? He will be a legacy president, Melvin. Are we together? He will be a legacy president. Because you see the motorcycle thing, the implementation, this is something that past governments have tried to implement, but they have never really gotten to this stage that we are today. Every time they want to implement this regulation, they will always have political pundits and political advisors telling them that the motorcyclists will turn against you. The young people are about 70% of the country's population, and the population, about 70%, they are unemployed. So riding motorbike is their employment. So don't take away this from them. But it is only Ambassador Joseph Nima Boyka, President Boyka, who has stood up along with the police Inspector General, Mr. Coleman, and they have implemented this.
Yes, and that's why we're trying to get to the spokesperson of the police to see how far they are now with this regulation. And Cecilia Clark, if you're listening, I'm calling you on my Lone Star number. My number ends in 40. Cecilia Clark is a spokesperson of the Liberia National Police. We want to speak with you shortly. Just like 2 or 3 minutes, we can talk to you about the status of the process. So please pick our call and let's talk the talk. It's on the Bumper Show. But Inja, I think Bar and Alaj, there are progress so far in this entire regulation process. Insurance. I heard a lot of motorcyclists today talking about rushing up.
Imagine to hear a motorcyclist talking about insuring his car. Yes. I think it's a good thing. It's a wonderful start.
It's a good start for us because even the passenger with you will be insured.
Of course.
So, but the thing about the iron part of it, I see people on the Facebook, on the social media using old pots that people have gotten tired with cooking their pan butter tteokbokki. They're using the old pot now.
Um,
This is not a joke.
no.
It's about the life that
Yeah,
you
sure,
have.
sure.
Because when your life is protected, you will ride the best of motorcycles, you will ride the
Sure,
best of
sure.
vehicles. So why will we be taking something to be like a light play thing? We shouldn't be doing
And
this.
I think people should try to go beyond politics and see this as,
The reality.
yeah, the
Then I
reality.
did something in politics, in political science, when I was in school. Uh, the two things that people always play with in this country: realist and idealist.
Okay.
The thing about the realism
Mm-hmm.
is preferring the idea,
Mm-hmm.
and the idealist
Mm-hmm.
is the man who comes with what he has
Mm-hmm.
on his mind and he pushes it.
Mm-hmm.
And you, the realist,
Mhm.
you push
You
something
implement.
to the bigger, it's
Mhm.
just about implementing.
Mhm.
But we play fun with politics in Liberia, and we don't
No,
think
I
this
think
is.
we do everything with politics. We don't
And,
sit to ourselves and
and
say this is about our country.
yes,
And basically, Melvin, when you have an opportunity to go out of Liberia, to expand from the borders of Liberia, you start to see things differently. I
differently.
know you have traveled.
Oh, of course.
I think I saw a picture of you in one of the
Yes,
countries.
yeah.
What's the country?
Oh, enjoy.
Egypt. I want to go.
Yeah, I was. Yes, I was
Yeah,
in Cairo.
so
I was there.
I'm sure. Did you see motorbikes up
Oh
lying and
yes,
shit like
and
that?
mind you, this is one thing I always talk about whenever I'm given this opportunity to speak to the people on this national medium. One thing I saw in Cairo, because I toured almost most of the commercial cities, most of the commercial areas in Cairo,
Okay.
going to Alexandria, even leading to the Kuwait region in the Arab, to the deepest part of the Arab world, and motorcyclists don't even have telephone in their ears while riding back.
Ah,
They don't have. What they do, they have their motorcycles already structured.
okay.
They have their phones placed right before them. Just like in a car where you have your vehicle, you just place your telephone, you can be relaxing driving while communicating. That is one good attribute of the transporters in Egypt. So you will not have somebody, and they know the road very well. They will run 24/6. They will not get tired. Telephone will be ringing. They will just answer from their Bluetooth in their ear and they move about. But they have helmet too.
So it's a system.
It's a system.
And we must try to achieve this. Some of you leave from Liberia and go to Dubai. According to research, people say Dubai is the safest country in the world. You can take your iPhone 14 and place it here, and the next morning you can come immediately, right? The reason Dubai is the way it is today is because of a system. The people that are part of the system have tried
To implement.
to implement. So, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is very hard from the beginning, but we will get adjusted.
We will get it.
We are just appealing to the government to ensure that this thing should not end in the Liberian, philosophy, that Liberian way. After 1 month, everybody forgets about it. We want this implementation to continue for the safety of our brothers and sisters. Liberia can only get better when we say we want to do this and we do it. So we are very hopeful of speaking to the spokesperson of
Yes,
the
I'm
Liberian
trying to get a
National
Cecilia.
Police, to get an idea of what's happening today with this entire regulation process.
But while we're trying to get a Cecilia Clark injured, I think we will try to go to Upper, that's Lower Nimba, and speak with our correspondent. And he's Daniel Gate. He's right there. So we can speak with him while we try to exert efforts, because I've just told Madam Cecilia Clark that this number is calling her. And Madam Clark, I know you are a busy person, but you need to pick up this call so that we talk. The most important thing, the Liberian people are all listening. They want to know what is unfolding, what is on the desk of the Inspector General for now. Where are we? Are the people complying? Are they moving forward with the mandate? So Cecilia Clark, we think we are no Cecilia Clark. I don't know what's happening.
Maybe
to her
she's in a
number.
meeting.
Yes, but we can do our best and see whether we can
Talk
try,
to go
talk
to
her.
Nimba.
Yeah, we'll go to Nimba. Later on, we will talk to Cecilia Clark She was fill us in this afternoon, but at this point in time, let's enjoy. You
Go
will
to
have
Nimba
this
County.
quick conversation with our correspondent, Daniel Gate. He's right there in Nimba County, the lower, that's upper Nimba County. The construction of that bridge.
Yeah, I would really love to talk about that.
Yes,
I'm extremely delighted.
and we will also try to speak with Papa Maurice because Papa Maurice benefits from the bridge because the
Okay.
bridge crosses right between Bonk and Nimba. So
So it's a
the
very
people of
big
Bonk, yeah,
project.
yeah, Bonk County people are benefiting from the bridge. So
Oh.
so um so now Gate is on the line. Angel is on with Gate.
Good evening, Gata. How are you doing today?
Yes, good afternoon, Angel, and good afternoon to Melvin.
Okay, how is it there in Nimba County? Is it upper Nimba or lower Nimba?
Well, thank you so much. It's great. I'm in upon number.
Okay. So it's in the news that Representative Musa Balidi has of recent implemented a bridge project. Can you please fill us in with that development?
Well, thank you so much once again for affording me the opportunity to appear on the Bomba Show. Information is correct. That bridge is now serving as a relief for the people of District Number 7, District Number 8, and part of Bong County.
Okay.
Inter prior to Benedict then elected, that bridge has served as a death trap for the people in that particular region. And prior to the construction of that bridge, the latest one that happened was about 47 persons got drowned, and
Jesus.
that raised an eyebrow across Lima and even adjacent. So it led honorability to have initiated the project, and yesterday successfully that project was dedicated where the past president of the Republic of Liberia was also invited, schools of government officials, including the current speaker of the 55th National Legislature, Jonathan Funati Kofa.
Okay.
They all were there, and even a legal luminary council, Jawon Bongo, was also there, where they all participated in the delegation of the bridge.
So how was the reception from the people? How did they feel from your observation yesterday?
It was like people who were in captivity and someone came to relieve them.
Okay.
It was a scene of joy. Prior to the guest arriving, if you were there, you could see the max devil that normally referred to in Lagro as long devil was there. And a lot of culture troop came like from the three areas because like I said, part of Bone County is benefiting. Well, it's just a short route.
Okay.
Only the river used to hamper them. If you come from district number 7, you enter district number 8. Once you cross that particular Yab River, now you are in parallel and your distance to Bone County is very short. So the people too on that side, sometimes for them to cross used to be a very difficult problem for them, more especially when it is rainy season and the river overflows is bound.
Okay.
It becomes difficult. People in the surrounding areas, normally like a transport or bike, people at times they will take a week plus.
Okay.
They don't go on the farm once the river one reach fall and the river flow or overflow is down. People will take a week plus in town until the river can reduce before they can go on the farm. So it was the people who were in captivity and someone have come to free them.
Thank you.
It was a scene of joy. And almost everybody who went there yesterday, where they were just appreciating honorability for this kind of gesture.
So Gate, right? Did Honorable Musa Balidi publicly tell you the cost attached to that project?
When we spoke to the project manager Sabama, they placed the total cost at $1.1 million dollars.
Okay.
Yeah, they said the total cost, to construct a bridge, it cost about $1.1 million dollars.
Okay. So I think that's a good one. And did Vice President Jeremiah Kung made any statement when he went for the program, when he attended the program?
yes, the vice president and the senior citizen of Liberia and Nimakando Tiago Boglo, the
Okay.
both of them statement almost like coincided,
Okay.
where they are calling all of lawmakers to always try and give back to that people once they have the opportunity and they are in a position. And he also called all the citizens to always appreciate people who will do these things and make use of it. They themselves should serve as security. If there is a project, they should serve as security during the implementation of the project. For instance, if someone is constructing a town hall, they themselves should serve as security.
Yeah,
So
sure.
that be of help. If you can be able to provide or draw some bricks, or you can even bring those type of that or sand, you should be able to contribute like that. According to he said like that, it will empower people who are giving back to the community. It empower them. It will give them more energy for them to do more.
Yeah,
And
thank
people
you.
think, yes,
Thank you so much, Gata. Thank you for joining us on the Bumper Show right here on ELBC, and we appreciate you getting in touch and providing us bit and pieces of information as
So,
regards
mhm.
to the project implemented by Representative Musa Balidi. Which district is that?
District number 7,
District number
electoral district,
7,
yeah, in Nimba.
Nimba County.
And I like the reservations from the two astute statesmen,
Okay.
the vice president and that of her, the
Councillor
Councillor Tiawan
Gonglo.
Ganglo, urging all the lawmakers to follow suit. This is something that we all need to
Yeah.
put before these people who are in the legislature. You will be a lawmaker, you'll be a senator or representative. You don't need to sit for and wait for a legislative project. You need to take
Well,
something from your own.
Melvin, it's a very good thing that this conversation is up. I must first of all start by congratulating the people of Nimba County and that of Representative Musa Hassan Balidi for this initiative. But I want us to have a deeper conversation as it regards to the statement made by the Vice President, Honorable
Jeremiah
Jeremiah
Cohn,
Kong, and that of
Councillor
Councillor
Tiawan.
Tiawan Gonglo, former presidential candidate. According to these two institutional men or statesmen, they mentioned that other lawmakers should actually see this as something that they can also do. They were encouraging other members of the national legislature to also give back to their communities, right? It's a good thing. It's a very good advice. I don't want to discourage the advice, but we also need to look at it from another point,
Yep.
another perspective. There are three cardinal responsibilities of a legislator. And the first one, or among the three, involves representation, lawmaking, and what?
Oversight.
Oversight. Among these three cardinal responsibilities, I really did not see anything that involves implementation. Representation has nothing to do with implementation. Lawmaking has nothing to do with implementation, and oversight has nothing to do with implementation. Well, you might have a different side to it, but I think to expand the conversation a little bit. And this has been the backbone for some legislators. They say, Anna, go there to build bridge.
I'm going to go bureau.
I was not elected to build roads.
And during the campaign spree, they talk about those things that they will do for the people. Why now?
They will say, my three cardinal functions are representation, lawmaking, and oversight. And honestly, they are right. But I want to be corrected. I remember a few years ago there was a public outcry for the, I think, 30,000 legislative engagement money that was given to lawmakers. Do you remember?
Yes, we're talking about a resettlement benefit.
No, not the
You're talking about-
resettlement,
you're
that legislative engagement.
Okay, you're talking about the legislative earmark projects.
Yeah, they
Now,
say
yeah,
they
now.
should go and do engagement and all that.
Yeah.
And when that money was given,
I'm here to know as to whether this is Cecilia Clark.
Hello?
This is the Honorable spokesperson of the Liberian National Police, Cecilia Clark.
Hello.
This is Melvin Stewart. You on the bumper show. Cecilia Clark, good afternoon. Oh,
Yeah.
this is Cecilia Clark, but I don't know. Maybe she's somehow busy. But again,
Yeah,
Angel,
I
just
think
go ahead.
we'll get to her.
Yeah.
So you do remember the 30,000, right? I'm trying to take you back.
Yeah.
This money was given for legislative engagement. Basically, they say go to your communities, meet with the people, implement some minimal projects, and bring a report back to the national legislature. Some of them took the money and used the money on
Different
their
purposes.
personal purposes, right? A few took the money and implemented some minor projects. We are encouraging these people to do development
The need for
because even as an individual, Angel Malema Morris, she can also be a part of development. By not taking her dirt, her garbage from her house and throwing it on the street, she is also contributing to development. Melvin Stewart can as well contribute to development. We know that your three cardinal responsibilities are representation, lawmaking, and oversight. But the legislature has evolved to a certain stage at this point where there are some allocations for legislative engagements. Why can't you take that money to actually do some small projects in your district?
like one thing that is traditional. Everybody calls it a tradition for them as lawmakers. Agriculture break.
Yeah,
Going back to your district.
going back to your district.
Where is your cassava farm? Where your arrow farm? Amen.
You see? So we understand your responsibilities do not include these three straight responsibilities, but as long as there is some fundings provided for engagement, you should do that. We want to commend Representative Musa Belidi, to be very honest. This is a very good one. And as I use this platform to commend Honorable Belidi, I also want to retrospect on a project that Mr. Fala implemented years back. You know, I used to live in 72nd before. And you know there's gas station when you go into the boulevard. There is a gas station that had a bridge going in the 72nd community. I remember when we used to go to school, when we used to go to the market, we used to walk in that water. Sometimes the water used to reach us to our thighs. But it was Honorable Fala who built a bridge. And up till now, when I still go back to visit my family there, I'm still accessing that bridge. These are things you do, you get remembered for. Another individual who is in the Senate, who as well has tried to implement something at least, Senator Delon. You remember the rehab that he built?
Yeah, for the disadvantaged youth.
The 30,000 that he received for the legislative engagement, according to him, he allocated a certain percentage to the development of the rehabilitation. So if all of the 92 members of the national legislature can each contribute to the districts.
We have 103.
103, right?
Yeah,
it's
right.
not 93.
No.
So conglomeratively,
30 senators and there's somewhere around 73 representatives.
Okay, so 73. So conglomeratively, if the Senate and the House of Representatives, we have the 103 individuals. If each of those individuals, Melvin, can lay a hand mark on their communities, I think the government will have less burden. Basically.
So, well, we can take few calls now because we can't just get the spokesperson of the Liberia National
Yeah, I think we'll
Police.
have to schedule an interview.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I know sometimes you might be busy with other administrative works there. So we can take your calls quickly on 0886 324740. 077-597-8530. We're also talking about the sanitation process of our communities. How are we managing to clean our communities? Are we just waiting for the city governments in different parts of Liberia, not just Pinsville and Monrovia cities, but other cities across Liberia? Are we taking on our own initiatives as people of our various communities by cleaning up? I think these are good initiatives.
Very good. And
Yeah,
are we having calls now?
yeah, no, just go.
Okay. You know, I'm a woman, right? And we the women, we can pass around plenty. So we usually go around this waterside place. You know waterside, right?
Yeah.
This is a state radio, and it's our responsibility to remind our officials and the people of Liberia to do what ought to be done. I want to know what's happening with the defecation in waterside. Why is it that time immemorial this problem
place-
cannot be solved?
Yes, under that bridge. That place is one of the dirtier
The,
places.
the entire water side, there is nothing that can be done about this. During the WEA's government, it was bad. Now that we are here, we are encouraging the city mayor of Monrovia. If only he can ensure that this water side and defecation thing is resolved, he will score a very great political point. Melvin is not easy. You can see the defecation all on the. It's no longer like even one places. The entire water side, and you have business people seated, they're
Right.
eating,
Yes. Oh,
and you go buy from them. They are eating. They love to eat tobogi. You see them eating tobogi, different
and
soup.
the stomach will run. Then
Eh.
you're going right there. Oh,
I say I don't know if they're having issues with no septic thing or so, but man, it's very disgusting. We are
I was
calling.
there. I was there the last time I went to run after my LEC car, my LEC breaker, and I saw them. I felt too. My body was like creeping. I
Thank
felt
God
too
I'm not the
pain.
only one
Yeah.
who
Yeah,
has that observation.
seriously.
It's very bad. It's bad.
We shouldn't be doing this.
It's
We need to take on our
True.
own thing.
And we cannot totally blame the authorities, quote unquote, because if I am in waterside market selling, Melvin, and comfortable with that, I mean I'm a lifestyle.
Maybe yeah.
So if you are not comfortable with it, you come together, you petition the government, the city government, with an understanding that this is the problem. We have identified that perhaps the boreholes are open. Can you come to solve it? But they feel very comfortable with it. And another thing we should look at here is perhaps there have been some interventions made by past administrations. Because I remember, I think they said Koji did something with Waterside before. But after a few days, it went right back. So we will also blame the inhabitants of that place, the marketeers, the people that can sit there,
People
and
are
sell,
living around there as well.
and sell, yes, and sell there. They eat in the defecation. We'll blame them, and we'll also encourage.
We don't just need to say defecation. The people that eat around the poo.
No,
Yeah, because not everybody will understand defecation. Let's be real too now.
We just want to make it a little bit refined.
Yeah, but people
So
can define now.
that perhaps somebody might be eating right now. We just say Sonny, so that I'm making it a little defecation.
No problem.
So we're calling on the city government of Monrovia. Please, you have to go back. You have to go. You have to go there. Honestly, foreigners coming from outside of Liberia and they step foot in our waterside, their impression about the country is going to be extremely bad.
It'll be a very
It's bad,
dangerous one
Melvin.
for us.
Melvin, it's extremely bad.
Similar thing with the red light.
People all around Monrovia.
Red light. Commercial. The commercial city.
Everywhere.
And like you said, let me borrow from you. Foreigners come in, they will look for the commercial city of a country.
Of course.
Like red light. I was in. We went. We had some nights. I mean, we had some times in Morocco. We were around the people place.
Seems like you are a bourgeoisie. You travel a lot.
So, and we didn't see dirt
Okay.
like we see here.
Sure. And Morocco is an African country.
Sure. So
Rwanda is also an African country, but
Yes.
Rwanda is ranked the cleanest
the cleanest
city in Africa.
Yes. So, like, you see people watching up 24/7. Enjoy people watching up. Even the billboards you see in Monrovia here around the routes in our country. People watch them 24/7.
Wow.
People watch them. You have water tankers all behind. I mean, people using those water tankers to watch the billboards. No dust. You don't. I can't remember what I even heard mosquito the night I spent in Morocco. I can't even remember what I heard mosquito. Even
Wow.
in Egypt,
How about rat?
mosquito. We talk about mosquito. You talking about rat?
Hmm.
I see nothing like that.
Wow.
The only place I stepped on the soil, on the dusty ground, was when I was going was going for a field trip to Alexandria.
Okay.
Alexandria is the second most beautiful and most populated city in Egypt, and the people are even trying to carry all of their government offices. That would be the next seat of the government in Egypt
Wow.
instead of Cairo. Now, that's the plan of the government of Egypt. That was the only place I saw dust. People wash the quota. I'm telling reality.
They wash the quota.
Yes, you don't see it. In Manchester, you don't even see a dropping on the road. So why we can go out and see all of these things, and we come back still looking at like, bro, we're doing the same thing here.
And interestingly, these are countries that have more population
Then
than that of
us.
Liberia.
Yes,
Liberia is still struggling to reach 5 million people. Nigeria has billions. I'm sure Egypt also has reached to
More-
a billion.
yeah, more than.
So this is about us, a country. We need to see this country as our own, void of political sentiments. Because one of my observations basically about Liberians, we are very clouded by politics. We are extremely clouded by politics.
Yeah.
So with the sanitation issue, right? Somebody will take the dirt from their house and they come and put it on the street. Say that government's supposed to clean it.
Yes.
When I eat biscuit, the handbag, what I can see far in my hand there.
Absolute
The
biscuit.
there, I will take it, I put it right back in my bag.
Yes.
When I have the opportunity to come in contact with a trash, then I deposit
you
it.
deposit.
That is how responsible people behave. But you will drink your cold water. You will leave in a taxi and drop the plastic
Just on the road.
on Broad Street. Of course, the Monrovia City Corporation have people to clean the city. But these are your mothers.
Yes,
When they
yes,
clean in the money, then you come in from school on Broad Street, you come from UM, you come from UA, you drop your water
Yeah,
plastic.
you eat your corn. Just
You eat your
throw
corn,
it.
you drop it.
You say that the people working for
The
they
people
working for money.
for government.
Oh God.
Your beautiful handbag that you have, take the corn there, put it in that bag. When you have an access to a dustbin, you put it there. When you do these things, people look at you responsibly. They see you as a very responsible person. But don't think that by taking a dirt and throwing it on the street, it makes you a better
Or
person.
makes you a decent person.
It does not.
Meaning you are very much indecent.
You are indecent,
Indecent.
and that's dirtiness. So everybody has the responsibility on their head to make Liberia a better country. Sanitation is one of the agendas of this government. It's under the arrest agenda,
yeah.
basically. And Ambassador Joseph Nimobwaka has it there. And when we were even trying to put this agenda to public display, I had a very good observation about the entire arrest agenda. I have seen a couple of presidential candidates come out. But Melvin, it's very rare to see a presidential candidate talk about sanitation in their agenda. Maybe when they go for debate, one of the candidates can push them. Then they can say, okay, during my administration, we'll take a sanitation key.
as-
But President Joseph Numa Boyka, he placed sanitation as his agenda. One of his agendas. We have agriculture, we have roads, we have, I think, reconstruction, then we have sanitation and tourism, something like that. But to see president where we've been seeing president before to take sanitation and put it on your head, no. And since President Joseph Boyka said to himself that he needed sanitation on his agenda, I think the government officials, especially those in the expertise of sanitation, they need to do well. They need to perform. The mayors of Monrovia and Painesville, you need to see this as a responsibility to implement what the president has said. Because if President Joseph Nimo Boyka has in his agenda sanitation, and you, the mayor, you said you're not dumper hero.
Yeah, you're not dumper.
And somebody said it before, they said they're not dumper hero. Then you're not ready to work.
You're not often where though.
Being a mayor of a city is not an office job.
The only way you wear a white collar when you're going for some international or national engagements.
So basically, we need to do what the president appointed us to do. Sanitation is very key. It is on the agenda. So when you are a mayor of a city, ensure that your city is very clean. We're calling on the mayor of Monrovia. You need to step into Waterside. I will be extremely delighted when I see you in the Waterside tomorrow. Mind you, it will be a boost for your administration.
It will be a boost. So we can take few calls. Our guest will be in here very shortly at 07 that's 077597853 077597853 0880 that's 086 3247 40 086 3247 077597853 Angel Malema Morris is my guest.
Are you a guest?
Not my guest, but my sorry. Angel Malema Morris is my co-presenter on the show this afternoon.
Okay.
So yes, of course, we are together. Angel, it's good to have you. Anyway.
Yeah, sure. It's nice.
So let's speak with this person. Angel, hello.
Thank you, Madam Steve. Good evening to Angel.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Hussein Kew.
Hey, Hussein, nice talking to you again.
Angel, wonderful. Away from home. Thank God you're back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will hear you on the radio, Angel.
Yeah, good.
Congrats. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Let me appreciate both of you for all of the analysis. I've been following. A government that is responsible will always seek the interests of its people and its citizens. And that is the path this government is on. That is to ensure that the rule of law is respected, regardless of political views. So I just want to add up to what you have said, that the motorcyclists live in the guidelines regulations set by the National Police.
Sure.
So to see a better country, because, no development comes after silver platter, it comes to pain. So we will encourage them, to work in line with the National Police and to ensure, because at times you not look at it that it will benefit you, nothing but those could be, future benefits, with some of these regulations. So I just want to urge them to respect the law so that people can move on. It will not be business as usual. There's a different government that come with different, policies, that will benefit its people and the citizens. So thank you, and I just want to appreciate you, Angel, for coming back home.
Thank you. I'm on the radio again. I will lost my ear again. Don't worry.
Angel, you're not going away. Right? So, hello. Let's hear you.
Hello?
Hello. Please go ahead.
Hello, this is Michel Peter Dion, calling from DSC Road.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Welcome you and Angel. I tell you for thank you for this wonderful platform. One thing that can get it living is that people in Liberia respect the other country. But when they are talking about Liberia issues, where they can make some of us to feel bad and we don't even want to call on their show. But I like the way people addressing things. Because something I remember in the interior world, there's certain parable happening, okay? The animal they call bridge dog. That bridge dog says, dog can catch, or I can catch more than dog. but nobody to talk behind me. You say, catch it. But the way people can say, catch it for me, they can really make those serious to catch. But myself, I can do the same thing, but nobody behind me to say that too. So at least the way you're motivating the people, they will be able to work.
Okay.
So you're thank you for the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. 077597853 Angel Morris Melvin. Morning. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, it's because I want to get his money. I'm doing join from Baga Village, Lower Johnsonville.
Where, Boaka Village?
Yeah, Lower Johnsonville.
Are the president village there?
No. That's near of a community.
All right. Okay. I wanted to come find so got one room there. I want to be under the umbrella of the president anyway. Go ahead.
Okay. I just want to appreciate the effort of Musa Bility for what he did in district number 7, Lima County.
Okay.
Yeah, because the bridge he constructed, I'm one of the biggest beneficiaries of it. We're connecting my hometown, which is Bedouin, where I saw it by Yin. Yeah, from there, I get to my hometown. So it's a very good idea. We are struggling to that area. Most of the time, cannot make accident, people die in that area. So for me to hear that the bridge have been completed, I'm very, very happy. And I want to tell you thank you for his effort.
Thank you. More calls coming up. Hello, Angel here.
Okay.
Good afternoon. Oh, this person is gone. 086 324740 077597853. You can call and let's talk this afternoon on the Bumper Show. Our guest will soon be in here. He's our candidate in the upcoming elections of the SKD Sports Complex community in Pinsville. Joseph Miller, he will be here alongside his co-chair that is opting to become co-chairman proper for that community. They will be here, but we talk about their ambitions as we wind down the curtains on this presentation. 086 324740 077597853. Call us. Let's talk this afternoon on the Bumper Show. And Angel, yeah.
Well, we all listened to the many callers. Basically, some admonition, representative ability. I think we have a call on the line.
Yes, we have this person. You can talk to them.
Okay. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Bumper Show. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Bumper Show.
So no, this is Selu Samuel.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead now.
Okay. This clean up.
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria. You who want to do the right thing, you become the enemy. People can leave from here, go to other countries clean. But why you come here your own clean? It is what you are doing now over radio. Some people are against you because you're talking about that. Capital City, New Harlem, Morovia is dirty. And nobody there to talk it. You who thought they say you bad. Sincerely speaking, we're not correct. Cleaner is next to godliness. But why then we can't clean our place? A Christian nation. So that is it. Thank you for it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. 077597853 0886324740. You were speaking of Representative Abilities intervention there.
Intervention. So if there is anybody listening to me right now who used to travel to Sierra Leone in the early 2000s, you will understand the story that I'm about to tell. There was a bridge or a river. That water was quite bigger than a river, right? When you're going towards Chendema. Have you been to Sierra Leone before?
Yeah, I've been to Sierra Leone.
In the early 2000s, you will ride the not a canoe. They had a very big, how they call this thing.
The ferry.
That's the word. The ferry. And the ferry I'm telling you about, Melvin, it's not a ferry that is being operated by the white people. They're not a ferry where the white people used to fix. It's the very big ferry where you have 5-6 persons paddling from different angles. And on this ferry that I'm talking about, this ferry will load cars. The ferry will load cars, the ferry will load motorbikes, the ferry will load passengers. I think we have a...
Yes, this is our baseline. I don't know whether it will pick up because it has a problem. Hello. It's not
Okay,
working,
it's not
so
working.
yeah, we have a problem with it. The
So when Madabio came in, President Madabio,
Judas Malabio.
yeah, the project started from former President Ernest Bai Kromah. They wrote the entire plan, and the implementation took place under President Madabio. Melvin, people used to die in our water. The people that used to travel to Sierra Leone and come from Sierra Leone to Liberia, they know the story I'm talking about. I can't just be very exact with that particular location. But there was a very big river, and the people had their law in that place. When you fall down, nobody rescues
will
you.
go for you.
Of course.
Because the water was rough.
I was a little child. I used to travel on that road with my grandmother. When we get to that part of the trip, it becomes very bad for me. I begin to cry. Every time we get to that ferry, I will cry because I'm thinking maybe my grandma will fall down or I will fall down. Because my grandma was old. And myself, I was a child. So when I see people like Musa Bolidi, representative, doing these projects, I have a retrospective analysis. This is something that I have been through before. You had no option. It's either you go through this river, the ferry, and so now when that ferry ready to capsize, my dear, they say when the river goddess is ready to take her sacrifice, the spiritual people, the ferry will capsize. Because, mind you, it's a very big ferry. No technology is involved. You only get people paddling. And you got cars, so accidents.
Sometimes those people will get tired, man.
But interestingly,
So,
of
yeah.
recent, when we started going back to Sierra Leone, when my grandmother passed out, there is a breach now. And that breach has been there for, I think, 5 years now, to the glory of God. So the phone is ringing.
Yeah.
So I understand what it means to have a water that is not accessible for citizens.
Yes, we can do the same in Liberia.
Of
It's just
course.
about us reconciling our very
And this is
selves.
something we need to commend for Honorable Musa Belidi.
And other lawmakers need to do same.
course.
Not just the lawmakers, the ministers, commissioners. Yeah. Let's hear you. How you doing?
I'm doing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is my party. I'm calling from Rivers County.
Okay, Rivers.
Go ahead.
Also, how they appreciate the for the topic on our discussion. One thing most of our people forget to know that we have made a government. We are part of government, and the community, the city, is for us. We live there. Anything comes out of the city that will be very bad. We always see the weight. Most of the time, people look at the city dirty, putting death in the streets, and say that government will clean it from there, forgetting to know that we are doing harm to ourselves. So it's a very good discussion. So the community dweller need to be the one to clean the community. We know that the only thing government needs to do is to impose to do it. Because most of the things for us as human beings, we want for someone to put fire on our back before we can do something. So getting to know for everything we're doing it for ourselves. Other people, you go in our yards now, when they clean it all, they will clean a certain portion, then they even go to the government road, they leave it, they say, it's for government. So getting to know that and making your entire yard okay. I also want to take this time to thank to Mr. Diddy for what he has done,
Okay.
because that is what the people need. When the people give you power, you need to give back to them.
Mm-hmm.
Because people say we give them power for 3,000 person, but are they doing what we call them there for? So it is better that when the people get the power, you give back to the people that tomorrow will remember you. Like what we call selected things. So
Okay.
I want to appreciate him for what he has done for the people that gave him power.
Thank you. Let's hear from Lawrence Bobo. Lawrence Bobo is from Foya, Lofa County. Hello, Lawrence.
Yeah, Melvin, how you doing this evening?
We are okay. Inja Morris and Melvin Damawa. Oh, we in studio. We're doing good.
First of all, let me just say hi to the Madame studio. Like, you guys are just discussing what we were discussing yesterday. So let me say hi to Musa Plates, to see reason those who made you. So send me back. Because like right now we feel somebody is out of government for what the government doing, and they not because you elected for you to say why you want to do with this money. It is development. And we know Labra will now be the same. Maybe like yesterday I was telling the Indian but to ask them what can we do. That we have almost 7 years in brief to go to president of the republic where the final help from Kenya. They preach our court for 7 years. So today the surgery and we the coordinators to see that we can construct that. So let me say bravo to Honorable Julie Fatima. We are district number 2 representative. You also for Barrow because Barrow get the same time in the bridge. So we believe that Labra will rise again. Maybe they're going to be with you guys for the motivation because it's just our wife. Let me just be grateful to you this evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lawrence.
Thank you from
Lawrence
Lofa
Bobo.
County. Mhm.
Lawrence Bobo, 07759788530, 0886324740. I don't know why up to this time our guest has not arrived. I'm told that he's been accompanied by one other person. If he's alone, that will be good. If they are two, that will be good as well. So yes, Joseph Mele is coming very shortly. We can talk even for 20 minutes. That will be good. Let's hear from this person. How you doing?
Good afternoon. How are you, sir?
We are okay right here. What's your name?
My name is Ambassador Louis F. Johnson. I do joining from District 2, Mazaro County. I'm the founder of the Gula Brand Support Division, King Labro, Love Labro, and Bill Labro.
Go ahead quickly.
Thank you very much, Chief. I want to appreciate you. Like most of the time when we are talking now, we are not talking about the negative thing. Now, what can an individual Liberian do from their own perspective, from their own corner? It's time we can start to do something individually, not just to talk. Like you have said, oh, even the scholar has said, oh, if you are in a community, what can you do to purchase government ever?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times people are always say it's government thing. Government is inclusive. Government is the people. The people make up the government. What do you do from your corner to purchase development? So I want to appreciate you for the topic. That's why some of us are young Liberians. We always want to foster development, prioritizing development. So government now needs to make citizens understand your major priority will make your support and major priority will make the government achieve their agenda. So it's time that we the Liberians can stop sitting on the fence, come down and help government, other countries. People are supporting government effort. I want to appreciate how many representative Liberians who are taking a mindset towards development, like Musa Bele, Thomas Fala, the Leo San Joseph, and Darrell, all of patriotic Liberians who we are elected. So people say that responsibility is not making oversight representation. But oversight is measures, is beyond. What you need to do to support people that elected you? You use your legislative power to help the people. Thank you very much, Chief.
Thank you. Oversight is beyond just looking.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think
broad.
I,
It's
I
a broad.
agree.
It's
Yeah,
a
I think we
broader
need to go
picture.
in depth with this oversight word.
That broader picture must be seen as a guiding aspect of their legislative workings, because it's just like as a father or as a mother, they will break it. You have to check on the door of your child to know how he or she slept.
So, for instance, if you check on the child and the child not alright, You finish performing the oversight rule now.
No, you need to
And are your
follow
duty to make the
follow up.
person well.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so we
that's
need
just
to
about.
look into
So
the oversight.
lawmakers, you people have a lot of things on your heads. And we look up to you. We need all of the best from you. Our guest, even if Joseph Meda comes in 10 minutes to 6, we will have him because he's a politician. He should be in time. So, Mr. Meda, hope that you will be right here by this time. Let's hear you. How you doing?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Roosevelt Yaffa and call from me, Georgia.
Go ahead.
Thank you to you and the studio guest. All your cool, host.
We are together. We are partners.
The two of you discussed a very significant topic this evening. But my brother, let me tell you, the problem with us in Nigeria, we had a cause. It's very Liberian. Because everything we want to put politics inside, we want to put lies inside because we don't like ourselves. The sister has explained what was that? The place you sit there every day to sell.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at toilet. You can't find remedy to it. My brother, it's hard to say. Let me tell you, other countries like Ghana, those things before we put it into place, we got to start working, imitate from other people. Before you build a house, the first thing you do is you got to build a mini toilet. Even if you build any kind of toilet in that house, you put any kind of first toilet there, but you got to build a mini toilet that if people go to work, because anytime, you can see they're going in the latrine.
Nature. Mm-hmm.
So that the first thing the people do to control, people that they're getting everywhere. But let's go around, just do your statistics. All the people being around here. If you go there, you will never see toilet until you finish building that house. So what people start to do there, it remains. My brother, if you go to other countries, Africa, rest out of the January or in Africa, when I enter Yamisoglu, I thought I was Europe. Because the people love the country first before themselves.
Why you see? Why you see the overhead bridges, man?
I tell you, the people country. If you ask anything, I thought I was Europe. They're going to January. You can't be walking in the street and you drive there. Just as you know, they're watching the people. They're watching the road every day. People in the street cleaning. But go to Raleigh, the people clean it there. The next morning, if you go there, you see the dead in bags. Government will clean it. So the government after 3 months, you stay there in that bed. It's thinking, smelling. If you see that government take you to the hospital, my brother, it's hard to say. But people who do something, government need to knock that fool hard. Lead the politics people, lead the criticism. Because people talk all that for them, but do the right thing. That all can stay for in this country.
Thank you.
You go to one side of the government, you make your own space. Open some places, you say, look, the money in this place, you very dollar here for public. You make money out of it.
Public
you say to the water side there, the person will pay.
Yeah, and that is just helping the
So,
government.
my brother, thank you. Thank you, the journalists, your trial. You're talking. Maybe we will not do it, but you're talking. Let us hear it. Other foreigners that will be visiting, they will hear it.
Okay.
They will see the people are doing their work. Only people not paying attention to them. Thank you for the topic.
Thank you. You can still keep your calls coming. We don't know what's happening with our guest this afternoon, Mr. Joseph Mede.
One of the things the previous caller mentioned has to do with being focused as a government. We must keep the focus and remain focused. Very, very much focused on our target. You have said that you want to ensure that after the 6 years, this country will be better than it was previously, especially when it comes to sanitation, when it comes to roads, when it comes to reconstruction. Reconstruction is also part of development. Reconstruction involves looking at the Congo Town Belt and their deployable houses on the main roads. And you know that when foreigners come into your country, they will always use that Congo Town Belt to tour around Liberia. Reconstruction, like Ghana, you break these houses down and build better facilities. You have said you will do these things better, right? The government needs to be very focused on her agenda and not to focus on criticism. The caller mentioned that, and I think it's very much important that we encourage the government and talk to them about it. This implementation of the motorcyclist stuff and all that, it's something that has gone political. Yesterday, Melvin, when I explained to you about my experience, right, and what I went through, I was also listening to what people had to say. And one of the comments that somebody made was, this is what happens when the people that are making the laws are not affected by the law. These are statements that perhaps when Ambassador Joseph Nimoboka hears, he will say, I think this person perhaps might be right because I ride a convoy to work. I don't have to wait for motorbike. But these are statements as well that would discourage you from implementing development. Yes, it is true that the person who made the law, Gregor Cuomo, has a car, so he doesn't go through what the pedestrians are going through, what ordinary Liberians are going through. But indeed, Melvin, the law is the law. Liberia needs to grow to a certain stage where when we look back, we'll say yes. Yesterday, when Ambassador Joseph Nima Boyka or President Boyka was trying to implement this thing, we frowned at it. And I want to believe that we will get there.
Yeah, that is obvious.
We will get there. It is just a matter of time. And it also requires a lot of resistance from the government. We don't want this government to be a very meek government, whereas when you put out a law, it doesn't materialize after some time. No. Tell the citizens that you are a government. Because if you must develop Liberia, if there must be good roads, if there must be sanitation, reconstruction, you must ensure that you are bulletproof. Me, I tell people, right? When I'm in my political regalia, I tell you that I'm a bulletproof. So nothing you shoot at me will get to me. So as a government, don't look at the criticism. As people are talking, continue to implement your agenda.
So yes, we can take more calls. 086 324740 07759785530. Very good analysis here on the bumper show this afternoon from Angel Morris, and together we are partnering on the program 08805, that's 086 324740 or 07759785530. We can talk right here with our
And
guest.
tomorrow we will talk about this rice issue.
So
Let's
Angel,
take
you
the
can just
calls.
take this call. Let me just think about that. Just take that call.
Good evening, caller. You're live. Your name and where you're joining us from, please.
Yeah, good evening, madam. My name
Okay.
is Aifat Pule. I did join you from district number 3, Mosolado County.
Okay.
So I must commend you for this topic on our discussion. You know, it is the interpretations I always like to hear. You know, governance is something like something others do not understand. It just feel it's about the individual who is just, occupying a specific position. And we
Okay.
are all looking at the president currently.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a collective effort that which every single Liberian need to put that effort.
Most
Put the
definitely.
country first.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because the like of the Honorable Musa Hassan Berete, with that effort in the class, that is why the people need. And I believe I don't doubt about some senators when they are saying the government, you are part of the government because the first branch of government is the legislature.
Sure,
If
sure.
you cannot form part of the decision makings of this country, definitely if Joe Walker government fee, definitely you also going to fee
Of
because
course, of
you are
course.
being paid by the taxpayer money. So I must commend you for this fascinating discussion because it is not an easy challenge to actually combat the existing problems, that you will just look at it within a trim of an hour for the president to just get rid out of. It is not an
Sure.
easy challenge. But however, we are getting there. I know one day will be of storytellers. Other
Sure, sure.
countries around us here, we can set that example. Or I believe
Mm-hmm.
with the mindset of Liberians, I know we can better change that particular dynamic. Thank you.
Thank you. So keep your calls coming. This is the Bumper Show right here on ELBC 99.9. My name is Angel Malema Morris, and I'm here today partnering with Melvin Stewart. Today we are having a very, very important conversation around sanitation of the country, the Painesville Corporation, the Monrovia Corporation. We're also talking about the regulation by government. Through the Liberian National Police on motorcyclists. We understand that this is a national issue of discussion. I can say it's a national problem because it's not a problem. This is something that we can actually find a solution to. And the solution is very, very simple. Get your helmet, get your safety jacket, get your boots, get your insurance, and get your registration. It's very simple as ABC. When you go to JFK, you see hundreds of motorcyclists in the accident ward, pardon me. When you see them, you feel extremely bad because if these individuals perhaps were wearing helmet, they wouldn't have been damaged the way they got damaged. Now, you are told to wear the helmet to protect you as a motorcyclist. You are also told to wear the safety jacket for your protection. You are also told to wear the boots for your protection. You are also told to insure your car or your motorbike so that in case there is an accident that occurs, the insurance company can actually come in. So Melvin, I'm just sensitizing them about basic reasons why we need to actually now see this government as doing the wrong thing. One of the callers earlier mentioned that development actually does come with pain. It
Mhm.
comes with sacrifice. Yeah, I always like to use Jerry Rawlings. I don't know if I'm getting his name very
Yes,
correctly.
it's Cherry Roland.
Jerry Rawlings,
Yeah,
former president
for
of
Ghana.
Ghana. That man needs poor, but when he died, people began to
It's,
say good things about what he did for Ghana. Is the guest here now?
guess it's not around.
Okay,
I
so
don't
we keep
know.
the
So we keep
conversation
our conversation,
going on. It's very
and
important.
yeah. So yes, we can still have the interaction with the people out there. 086-3247-40, 077-597-8530. You can call and let's converse together.
Sure,
It's good.
sure.
This is the platform you have. This
Yeah,
is
this is your state radio.
yeah.
This is where you have the opportunity to voice out your grievances, to voice out your opinions, your ideas, and your recommendations. You're welcome to the Bombo Show once again if you're just joining us.
Mm.
And this program basically is all about you. We are seated here because of you. And we have been trying to make connection with the
Cecilia Clark, yeah.
spokesperson of the Liberian National Police, but I think we can make a very
I'm still trying to see whether we can get back to her to see whether we
mhm.
can get her. But the course, I mean, the lines are open. Okay, I think Cecilia Clark is now on the line. Cecilia Clark is a spokesperson of the Liberian National Police. Good afternoon, Madam Spokeswoman.
You get credit enough
I got credit.
because you calling the person answering.
This is-
Yeah, let me ask this question.
I got call. I got call. No, man. Why? I got call. I work in national broadcaster, man. I got 086-3247-40, You can call and let's have a conversation together this afternoon. Angel Malema Morris is my partner on the Bumper Show this afternoon. Together we are together. making sure that we bring you this presentation. So wherever you are, let's have a great time together. Let's hear from this person. Good afternoon, caller. Oh, this person is off the line. That's 086-324-740. 077597853. 077597853. 086-324-740. You can call and be a part of the conversation this afternoon.
And I think, Melvin, as we anticipate the callers,
Yeah.
I think when government starts to put out there some penalties for people who will, quote unquote, not abide to the sanitation laws. You leave your horse, you can't actually there on the street. When we start having jail sentences for these people, it will start signaling a message to Liberians. Because most of the times, the people will see the Zogo people, they get in there, they say, go chunky on the street. Go chunky there in really. When we start having penalties, when somebody go to jail 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and it starts to appear on the news, it will send a signal out there that it is everybody's responsibility to keep Liberia clean. And you'll see what happening now with the motorcyclists. When they see your bike and you are missing either the insurance or the bike is not registered, and you see what happening. So cleaning Liberia is our responsibility as citizens. It is not something that we should be totally dependent on government. This is why President Joseph Dimabwaka, in his wisdom, has appointed state governments and governors to actually govern these cities for him. He is playing that supervisory role, and we are urging these individuals to do what they are to do to ensure that the work burden is lessened.
We have a call.
Okay.
Let's hear you. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
How you do? Yeah, my name is Tumbe calling and I call from the Welsh community.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to tell the government thank you for what they are doing. In terms of the cleaning up, so that our streets all are clean. We can see the ECC working and the city corporation working. So I just want to tell the government thank you for that. And my last request is, I think the deep vote on the show is the man. So I just want you to vote injure there first, because for a long time we are not here.
Okay. My people, you are not timing to radio. I'm not doing anything attire now. You see you.
No. So you lost on us.
I lost one here because attire.
Yes.
Attire on radio, baby.
Thank God you back.
Yeah, what time me to radio.
I remember of the campaign. I think help the old campaign.
Oh, help the old campaign. Okay.
So what does your organization do for the old people?
India is the, I think she found the hair.
India not a spokesperson. You don't want to speak about it like that portfolio guy.
we provide help for the old people.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you plenty for the old people. Yeah, they listening also. They will soon be coming to you again for some help.
So
you don't
Melvin, you know,
you gotta be mainstream.
No, I can't be in mainstream.
Did that whole thing.
No, I think people need to understand the difference being a broadcaster and having to be in mainstream. Like, I'm no longer in mainstream. Mainstream is being involved with active reporting and conducting.
Yeah, the people say they want you or
no, it's been a long time now, and I'm totally
more than 50 years now.
No. I think I did more than half a decade. It's okay. Yeah, I want to actually. I'm trying to do law now, so I want to.
Oh, you want to be a lawyer?
Yeah,
you be my counsel at law, yeah?
No problem.
Counsel?
I'm studying gonna study criminal law because basically I had an experience when I was in active practice with the media. Few of my colleagues went to jail, and I'm just that kind of perhaps a kind person who would usually visit them. So I know plenty of things about Sobish. So once upon a time, I visited one of my colleagues in 2019, and a guy shared a story with me along with one of my friends, Melvin. From that day, I said to myself, it's very important that I become a lawyer. There are some people incarcerated for
For nothing.
nothing. It's saddened.
But the law is not blind, though.
But the lawyers are.
The law is blind, though. Eh? And
So-
the law is blind?
I don't even know if the law is blind or if the law is not blind.
That's it.
Yeah, so it's not easy, and I think the judicial system of our country needs to do more, and this is why you find a lot of young people going into law now for various reasons. But I'm going into law not because of the money, even though law is a retirement career. I can tell people. Look at the town it
You
gets
see,
coming.
is this the way you will treat the people in the Republic of Liberia, Mr. Contestant? Please,
He on the air.
Mr. Chair, Mr. Contestant, please have your seat. We don't have Mr. Contestant, please have your seat. I know you are a lawyer. You are
Okay.
you want to so what you want to do? You
It
want to
may
charge me
well.
for contempt? You want to charge me for contempt? Okay, sir. Please.
The Anthony.
Come, sir. Please come, sir. I know you were doing some.
Put him microphone.
Okay, so we don't have much time, but you are a big man now, so we want to welcome you so much at this time. How you doing, sir? Just talk about yourself small.
Thank you. I think I need to take a breather.
It's not to climb the
It's
stairs.
okay.
I can
It's
understand.
not just for the stairs, but a lot of things because the time launching, coming, considering our role system right now, and other things, and the time with invitation, and all compounded has brought us to this time. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I'm okay. When it comes to Liberia, I will always be okay. And today I'm glad that we are here on this very great and international show and platform. I'm joined today by my colleague, Mr. Boti, Pastor Kabiti Boti, who happens to be co-chair on my ticket in the SKD Sports Complex Committee upcoming elections. So thank you for having us.
So you didn't call your name,
My name is Joseph Kakurakura Mende, the man behind the name.
Gakulate.
Kakurakura Mende.
That
yes.
Bassa.
Yeah, Bassa.
Okay. River says Bassa.
A very tough man. Grandmother can say so. Very tough.
Let us hear from the co-chair. You're not co-chair yet. Are you contesting? You're contesting. You're a candidate. You're
Yeah.
not winning the election yet.
Indeed.
So just talk about yourself small.
So I'm like you said, I'm Pastor Gabli J.
Just turn the microphone over to you. Yeah.
Gabli J. Banksen Boti. And like you said, I'm vying for the co-chair for the SKD Spoke Complex community.
That's good. Angel, you can start with
Yeah,
the chairman, the man who wants to be chairman for the community.
I think he needs to cool off a little bit. Or are you okay now?
You may go ahead, madam.
Okay, we can go with the
Okay.
co-chair.
You
Yeah,
mentioned something about the law. Are you into law?
Yeah, I'm going in the law school.
Okay, that's
But it's
nice.
that's not for the public anyway. I hope you don't record that one.
you also,
Man, that is.
so why will you hire your own profession?
It's
Don't
I
have-
don't want to discuss that one.
Yeah, we're not discussing it, but tell the people you
I
need
hope
law
it's not
school.
on the air. If it's on the air, I'll answer.
We'll take it from the air. Okay, so yes, you want to be a chairman for the community. What brought you into the picture, sir?
Oh, thank you. I've been in the community for the past 10 years. A permanent resident, a legal and permanent resident in the community, SKD Sports Complex community. And we've been intervening in different ways from different fronts and ensuring that our community is on the map because most of the places will go SK Sports Complex Community. We know Kingway, we know ELBC. Why is SK Sports Complex Community? So we decided to now agree to take on the mantle of leadership to enhance what we are doing, what we've been doing for the community nationwide. And so this are some of the reasons. Another thing is that we can be in a community as our development practitioners, and our community is down. Because right now the community is dirty. You know, right by SKD, by working by the even sport fence. You see the part of that we are only people that can clean it down. Right now we are in the drainages. Our men are in the drainages down, clean the drainages voluntarily because our community. So why not? Why can't we take leadership and add our single voice so the many voices in the community, and then lobby us out there and work with our people within the community, and make it a bit vibrant and give life to our community. So these are some of the reasons. Two or third, people who keep the community down, the harm they do cannot be equated to us being poor and sitting down doing nothing.
What do you mean by that?
The harm the wicked people cause on humanity cannot be equated to the silence of the good ones. Meaning, the people are wicked because we are good and we are sitting there doing nothing. So if we take the mantle authority or we step in, the wickedness will be put aside. Bible says if the righteous rule, the poor enjoy, or the wicked rule, then people continue to suffer. You can see people being depressed. Community is not moving forward. It's not recognized also out there. Nothing coming in the community. People are just the same old, same old, same old, same old. So there's time now that we'll have the voices and the reputation outside there in the national community or in the national world to at least put our arts together and then see what we can do for ourselves. Because I have my family there, my wife and children. We all live in the community. So these are some of the reasons we decided to take on this challenge at the moment. Thank you.
I was at your residence the other day when you were launching your campaign, and I saw a lot of older people coming over to you, giving you their blessings, and you have not been into politics. You community developer. You work with Liz. I mean, not Liz, but you work with Riders for Help. Well, Riders, right? And you are the you are at that peak, the number one for Riders, and you were like a major contributor during the Ebola crisis. And why would you be leaving your good job and coming for a community thing, even though you still be with Riders?
To a point, I'm not leaving the job. The community job is a voluntary thing. It's not paying me. And what I've been doing for the past years, the community knows about it. They know what they know what we've been doing. So it's not a paid job. So, like I said, and continue to say, the silence, the harm, the silence of the good ones will cause the cost to humanity cannot be equated to the wickedness of the wicked ones. So we are here, not leaving our jobs to contribute to society because one, self-preservation. We live in the community, and you see the road. Who are doing this major road? That road is a detour. The only cover on that road I constructed it at the time. I didn't even move there. And if the government will see that road or use that road as a detour for this major registration road and leave it undone, and there's nobody advocating for that road, having a leadership, and there's nothing done. You know, all the smaller roads that even where here are beyond PCC. I saw the road connected and paved. I saw road going to other places. Except for that major road, I did a feasibility study on that road that connects the SK Sports Complex to that of GSA. I did a feasibility studies, and it will interest you to note the kind of economic benefit that road has. Take for example, comparing that road with GSA. Once that road is paved, people who have land along that street will also decide to either lease a land or start to invest into other construction stores, businesses, start to open there. Children who are stranded because of the flood along that road will not be stranded. People who will go to the market and in the market have wasted in that water because of the road not paved. Those things will be done anymore. People who are now living with fish during the flooding season, during the rainy season, we not live with fish anymore.
All the frogs will be around the houses.
So these are things that we see, and we can discuss it on and on and on and on. You know that we have the capacity to discuss from now to tomorrow at the same time, and we won't get tired and we'll not repeat ourselves because we have different ideology and our vocabulary is very full to bring all those things that are true. Thank you.
Ninja, you care to throw to the co-chair or the contestant for the co-chairmanship?
Yeah, interestingly, he's a man of God.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people want to talk about religion and politics. You are a man of God. What actually encouraged you? Let me be very, moderate with the questions. What encouraged you to be a part of this process as a man of God?
A very interesting one.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Like my colleague said, Proverbs 29, when the righteous rule, the nation prosper. Now, this is a time that our country will need people who have the fear of God in their life.
Okay.
This is a time when immorality is at the peak. We need leaders that fear God. And let not forget that God Himself was the first king of Israel.
Mm.
At a time when Israel had judges. So obviously, God is a God of politics.
Okay.
His interest is in our well-being, and He's a God of politics.
What is a God of politics?
He's a God of politics.
As did all the
God is a God of politics.
Interesting, Melvin.
Who gave Israel king?
Except you tell me.
God. It was God. It was God who gave Israel king.
Why you want to be a co-chair?
I want to be a co-chair to serve my community.
What have you seen lacking that you want to bring on board?
Well, so many things. Like he said, our community is not on the map of communities when it comes to Painesville.
Okay.
Something that we know we are good at doing to get our community on the map. Another thing is that when you go to our community, like you said, there are stockpile of debt all around, right before the SKD, where the Ministry of Youth and Sport is. No one say anything, nothing is done about it. Another thing, when we look at our little brothers, our sons and daughters going astray, we have the technical know-how to convince, talk to them, and get them out. Mind you, there are certain things you cannot just do when you are not at the epic of power.
Yeah, I agree.
So until you can be a certain point in, there are certain things you will not affect. You will speak it out, and no one will hear you. So these are reasons that we want to get it.
Interesting.
So we can go to the chairman because we don't have much time. The chairman is the bigger picture, and he's the one everybody is running up to in the community. And they are two contesting. The other person is contesting too to become chairman. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Contestant, what are your foremost focus areas when you should have been given this opportunity to serve?
Thank you. Based on our baseline survey, that one, graduate degree in development studies. So before you intervene, you must do your feasibility studies and sometimes we call it baseline studies to know where you are right now and how you intend to live on that place to bring the transformation. So based on that data, the first thing is that we want to ensure work with cross-section of our community members, be it from what side or from where you're from. Once you are a resident of SKB's the community, we strongly believe as part of our pillars to working with you to reconcile the community. Because with all reconciliation, we cannot progress. I may be seated there tomorrow as the chairman, but I need people. There's a philosophy that says people kill people, yet people need people. So with all people, we cannot progress. We know this. We are tested. It has been proven that people need people. So we want to reconcile our community, despite our differences of any other device we are on as person.
We have news coming out at 6, unfortunately, so we don't have time. Let's just get your party comments. Just on 30 seconds.
Yeah, before you come.
When is the election?
We want to highlight something quickly.
Yes, just wait.
Yes,
1 minute, please.
1 minute, yes, sir.
Yeah.
This is the timetable that was given us.
Just put it before our camera.
Timetable that was given us. You see here, from 3 to 7. You see your election timetable activities, they are all being expired and election commission has not done anything. Yet we are expected to hold election on the 25th of May, which is in this coming Saturday. We have a couple of things: voter roll update, voter card distribution, community awareness, voter education. All these things should have been done and ended last Saturday, but they did not. So we are afraid, and the election commission has changed the election 2 different times. They did. So we are afraid that it may change or not change the game. So thank you very much. So this is where we are. We bring you happiness and joy and peace in SKD's.
But you still on your canvassing period. You still canvassing, you still running your campaign.
There's nothing about campaign. We are done with that.
Everything over?
Yes, we are only waiting for.
What's your strength? What's your strength?
My strength. I'm a chairman right now. In the next few hours.
So you break the election? You say you're the chairman?
I don't have
power.
I don't have power to break it by voting.
Just give a chance. Council, you don't need to just wake up from the chair before I charge you for contempt. Angel, can you just conclude with?
Yeah, let's say a concluding statement. 30 seconds.
So again, we want to say a very big thank you to you people, the ELBS family, for having us. Why the shoot? The time is not our friend. But I want to say thank you.
Yeah.
And we look out there to our commissioners to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And
We are wishing you all the best.
Thank you. Angel, just close up.
Yeah, just to go, we don't have time in our favor. This is the Bumper Show, and I've been here with Melvin. Tomorrow, I will be here with Jap Davis. Angel Malema Morris is my name. Do have yourself a pleasant evening.
And my name is Melvin Stewart. Thanks to Damawa Fufana. Our